I love that song.
Yeah. Oh, it's a beautiful song. That's why it's been covered so many times.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, have you ever done Hallelujah?
I've done it with accompanying another artist. I haven't done it as a solo. It works though.
Yeah, I could totally hear it on this. Woo. Man, okay, let's get into some nerdy stuff.
Okay.
D&D.
Yeah.
When I played it, it was dice, paper. You read the thing.
Yeah.
Has it changed? Is anything digitized? Like, what is it now?
Some people still play it the old way, but most people these days play 5th edition, which cuts down a lot of the rules. You're still playing a lot with pen and paper, but there's like pre-made like handouts you use and maps and things like that. I mostly play with my family who live in another town, so we play online for the most part. So you have these online websites that just sort of do it all for you.
Create a cave, create the monsters, blah, blah, blah.
Well, the person still makes it, but you make it in the computer, and you push a button to roll the dice.
And it gets...
yeah,
okay. So no one... Yeah, okay.
But it's still the same game in its true form. You're still rolling dice. You're still killing monsters and going on adventures. Yeah.
What's another... Did you ever play Catan?
Yeah. I love tabletop games. Settlers of Catan is really fun.
Is there a new, hip, cool thing? What's the new game?
I mean, Warhammer 40K is probably the most popular tabletop game that I can think of anyway. Yeah. Also card games like Magic the Gathering. I don't know if you're familiar with any of those.
I've heard of those. I've never played those, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, Catan's still big. My brother-in-law loves it, and we play it a lot.
It's so simple, but so fun.
It's much better than Monopoly. I'll give it
that. And there's one that's like a train. It's a game like that, but it's a train. Like it's Train Across America.
Can't say I've played it.
I don't know, but it's a really cool one, too, because you try to build lines of your train.
Yeah.
No,
I love tabletop games. It's a great way to spend time with family, and it's fun. I love long, grindy games where there's lots of rules.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. I like grinding.
Let me get back to Arusha?
Arusha Coffee, yeah. It's a really sweet in downtown Belton.
Yeah.
Small, dark, great for hanging out. I love that.
So do they have music? Do they have people play there?
I think they still do. They've like remodeled and changed a lot, but I'm pretty sure they still do live music from time to time.
I mean, because I'm a huge coffee fan, and normally, and Summer Moon is my go-to all-time favorite. I love Summer Moon. But when I'm on the road, if I'm in Belton or going to the lake or something, I like to go there. And the funny thing about them is not only do I get my coffee for my immediate fix, but they have so much tea.
Yeah.
I get a tea, and I just let that cool down, and I drink that later.
Yeah.
But I mean, have you ever seen such an impressive tea collection?
No.
You guys, I mean, this whole wall is just like containers full of tea.
Everything. And they have taco. I don't know if you've been there, but they have a lot of tacos. I haven't had
the food. I've seen their food.
Yeah.
Like, so you can say the food is good.
They're very well known for their good tacos. That's for sure.
Cool. I have to check that out for sure. And I also wanted to talk about your podcast.
Yeah. So I run a podcast with my friend who's studying physics right now. It's called Quarks and Quarter Notes. So quarks like the subatomic particles that make up atoms, and then quarter notes. So he's the physics, I'm the music, and we talk about science, music, philosophy, all the arts and stuff.
How long have you been doing this?
Probably about 8 months. So it's still pretty new. It's relatively small, but it's a great outlet for us. And it's also a great way to meet more people.
Yeah. What is it on? What format do you record on, and then what do you push it out to?
We do it both audio and video, so you can find the audio on places like Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and then you can find the video on YouTube. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Under the Quarks and
Quarter Notes, like it's QUARKS.
Yeah.
The word and then quarter.
So how's that shot and mic'd?
We sit at our computers and we call in. If we have guests, we bring them in on Zoom. Sometimes we'll bring them to our house. Because we started during COVID, that was just the most practical way to bring lots of guests in.
Yeah.
But hopefully we do an indoor studio thing someday. That'd be cool.
But I mean, is it all just camera from your computer, or do you have like external?
Yeah, just we have our webcams, and then we put graphics up on the screen and pictures and things like that to indicate what we're talking about.
Nice.
Yeah.
We were talking off air about, I'd been wanting to do one of those, and I've been wanting to do a YouTube channel, and the fear of just starting it. Did you did it take you a while, or did you say, oh, screw it, let's just do it? Or did you guys have fear?
There's definitely a part of me, and it's with podcasts and music and everything. There's a part of me who I don't want to be bad at something. I think most people share this, but and you have to choose. You have to choose to either just do it and be bad, or you can prepare until you feel like you're good enough and then be bad anyway.
Right.
So yeah, I definitely had some of those like prep. But eventually you just pull the trigger, you just do it. and yeah, we got there eventually.
Time. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to start doing my bad videos and get them out of the way.
Yeah.
And then get to my good ones eventually.
Yeah. Songwriting works the same way. All art, anything really. I mean, playing sports. I can't think of anything that doesn't work that way.
Yeah. Yeah, you're probably pretty bad at sports.
I've been sucking at guitar for a very long time.
Oh, come on. So yeah, what is the total count on since you switched from electric to this? Because this is pretty much all you do now, right? You don't.
Pretty much. I mean,
electric.
I still like play electric for filling in for bands and sometimes for churches. I'll just like they need a guitar player for a gig, so I'll go in and do that. But yeah, solo performing, this is the bread and butter because it's hard to solo with just a guitar. You need the progression helps.
You're always soloing with that.
Yeah.
You are the solo guy.
But probably just a couple of years since I've done this full time. Before that, it was classical for a few years, and before that was just electric and cover bands and stuff.
And let's put up his info, and then also, so you, what's your full-time job?
Guitar playing.
Okay, yeah, but you teach too, right?
I do teach. I just have one student right now. I usually have between 1 and 3 or 4 students, but right now performing is really what my day is. Booking gigs and practicing and putting together set list and editing video.
Is there a list on your website, or do you know anything like your next thing that someone could see you at?
Yeah, if you look at my posts on Instagram and Facebook, it has my schedule. I'll be at Rebel Cheese this Friday from 7 to 9. It's going to be hot, but it's also going to be fun.
Yeah.
And every month I play in Georgetown at the Summit at Rivery Park. But check out my Facebook and Instagram.
That
and it has
tells you all the details.
Yeah.
All right. If it changes. And then that clock is sometimes not synced with the one in there. So if Bob or someone would come and let me know when we're going off so we don't just yap on our way out. I always like to ask, do you have a favorite band? Like what's your...
That's a hard call. If I had to pick my like single favorite band, it's probably got to be Led Zeppelin, just because they have so much.
Pretty good library.
Yeah, you could listen to Led Zeppelin. Well, at least I could listen to Led Zeppelin for like 6 hours and not be bored. So there's just so much.
Yeah,
that's a really hard choice.
Did you ever hear about the lawsuit that they got into with copying some music?
Oh yeah, it was I know which one. It was Stairway to Heaven, right?
I don't remember which song. I think there was like a few, but they kind of got into some trouble.
Well, the farther back you go, the more blatant the stealing is.
Oh,
okay.
All right, we're wrapping up.
Okay.
That's why I asked.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, man. We're going off.
Thanks, Robert.